A cultural institution dies in Stockholm. Hamlet's fury echoes the plight of Swedish theatre. Something is deeply amiss in the heart of Swedish theatre. Outside Elverket, a former power station turned cultural hub for Stockholm's experimental theatre scene over the past 3 decades, posters boldly declare the death of theatre. Inside, beneath the glow of a red chandelier, Hamlet and Ophelia, masterfully portrayed by Gustav Lind and Gizem Erdogan, channel the raw anger of a generation, pounding the walls with bars in a furious display. As the play reaches its climax, gravediggers give way to construction workers in high-visibility gear, who begin covering the stage with tarpaulin, symbolizing the end of an era. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this adaptation of Shakespeare's tragedy, subtitled The Death of Theatre, a mere artistic statement or a prophetic warning of what's to come? This production marks the final curtain call for Elverket as a theatre venue. Drama 10, Sweden's national stage, has been forced to relinquish the space due to crippling financial constraints. Over the years, Elverket became a sanctuary for daring performances and innovative writing, hosting groundbreaking works like Lars Norin's 6.5-hour epic Persönkrets 3:1, Sarah Kane's Cleansed, and the dance theatre opera Tusen år hos Gud. In 2006, I witnessed a young Numi repace in Kane's visceral blasted here, a testament to the venue's cultural significance. And this is the part most people miss: the closure of Elverket isn't just about losing a building, it's about the erosion of a cultural identity. Since 2017, Drama 10 has faced a real terms funding decrease of approximately 50 million Swedish kronor annually, exacerbated by a 3-year freeze in 2023 that forced redundancies and production cuts. At its peak, Elverket staged up to 10 productions a year. Now, Drama 10 can't even afford the rent, let alone mount 2 or 3 shows annually. The future of this vast black box space in the affluent Östermalm district remains uncertain, but its days as a theatre are likely numbered. As critic Jacob Lundström aptly wrote in Dagens Nyheter, cultural twilight is underway. Bold question: are we witnessing the end of an era, or is this just the beginning of a broader cultural decline? Across Europe, cultural spaces are under siege from funding cuts, culture wars, and skyrocketing rents. Stockholm, once a beacon of vibrant theatre, music, and film, is now watching its cultural fabric unravel. The Dansmuseet closed after 72 years, Maxim Theatre barely survived a rent hike, and the historic Zeta Cinema launched a desperate fundraising campaign. Controversial interpretation: is this a natural evolution of urban spaces, or a deliberate dismantling of cultural institutions by those in power? While funding cuts began under the Social Democrats, the current center-right government, backed by the far-right Sweden Democrats, has intensified financial pressures on cultural institutions. The introduction of a cultural canon in September has been criticized as a nationalist education project. Culture Minister Parisa Liljestrand claims the government's culture budget has increased annually, with an additional 300 million Swedish kronor proposed for the sector. However, she emphasizes that venue decisions are left to Drama 10, not the government. Thought-provoking question: who bears the responsibility for preserving cultural spaces, the state, private entities, or the public? For actor Gizem Erdogan, making theatre in 2025 feels like an act of resistance. It's here and now, in this room, where we experience it together, she says. I fear that losing these spaces will leave a void in our collective human experience. Elverket's flexible design fostered not just performances but also connections between audiences, a loss that extends beyond the stage. Gustav Lind, who played Raskolnikov in Crime and Punishment, notes the production's charged atmosphere, with its anti-war message and cry for global awareness. The modern reframing of Ophelia, given more agency and voice, resonates deeply with young Swedes grappling with structural challenges. On the same evening, activist Greta Thunberg addressed supporters nearby, highlighting the intersection of art and activism. Bold statement: theatre isn't just entertainment, it's a mirror to society, reflecting our hopes, fears, and struggles. Director Anderson, who has long been inspired by Hamlet's existential angst, chose Elverket as the perfect setting for a modern adaptation. Where do we discuss the eternal questions of existence today, he asks. As cultural spaces vanish across Europe, will their absence be felt? In his version, Hamlet's play within a play exposes injustice and genocide, yet Claudius and Gertrude remain indifferent, a stark commentary on apathy. Controversial counterpoint: is society becoming desensitized to the very issues theater seeks to address? Despite the grim subtitle, Anderson remains hopeful. The play's title is a provocation, not a prediction, he says. In an age dominated by screens, live theater offers a unique, human connection. Final question for the audience: do you believe theater can survive in a world increasingly disconnected from live experiences? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep this conversation alive.